Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets break clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Horizon 5G starting in 5. DeJounte Murray with Derek White in the backcourt. And they've got a good young team now under Pop. DeMar DeRozan, the vet that's led them. Keldon Johnson, a draft pick last year. And Jakob Poeltl, who's been around a while, but a lot of people forget he's only 25 years of age. And now the first 5 for the Pels. Well, James Johnson's the only one out. Rudy Gay is out, though, and that's big for San Antonio. He's got back problems. Lonzo and Eric in the backcourt with Brandon, Zion, and Steven Adams. Let's go to the third member of our team now and join Jen Hale. Jen, we'll get to those in just a moment. Kenny Maurer is our crew chief. He's going to toss it up, working with Evan Scott and Tyler Ford. So good to have you with us.
Man, I'm so hyped right now. Man, for real.
You know the guys know what's at stake.
Yeah, you would hope so. You would hope so. This is the biggest game.
One great game against the Pels, one average game against the Pels. Brandon Ingram, they let that go. And it's Zion. Nice pass by Lonzo right away.
That's a pretty good way to start the game.
And a long guard wingspan-wise. Bledsoe wanted to get it inside. Zion will get it inside and goes to the line. Looking for the three-point play. Second bucket for Zion early.
Get Zion on this curl action right here. That's hard for anybody to guard. Keldon Johnson's a really good defender. He's big, he's physical, and he knows how to move his feet. But this guy that he's guarding right now is a different animal.
So Zion going to the stripe. Came into the game 8th in the league in scoring at 27 a contest. And already, that's his second board of the game. Now on the attack. He gets there. 7 points for Zion, 7 of the first 16 for making 18 of the Pels, and a timeout for Pop.
I like Zion taking that ball, taking his time and surveying the defense and seeing Keldon Johnson backpedaling, and he made the most of it.
Gay, when they play small ball, can play the 5, but he's out of the lineup tonight, so you saw Drew Eubanks, their first 5. Zion, bully ball, gets there, curls it home, and with that now.
And, you know, there has to be a point of emphasis when you're playing against the San Antonio Spurs out of a timeout that they're going to come out and execute, so you have to be dialed in defensively. ATOs, which is after timeouts, drawing plays.
The free throw line. So an opportunity to tie things up after the Pels trailed just a couple of minutes ago by 7. Early in the game, they were down by 9. And Zion misses the first of 2, stays at 9. A seat at the Smoothie King Center to watch Zion and Brandon and the entire young squad. So join us next year, and you can elevate your game with early bird. We're just about 5 minutes in. That ends a 6-0 run for the Pels. On the spin, Zion, he got tapped again.
I tell you, it's weird the way that they're guarding Zion. You have him, and it's tough to do. And when you have a guy that's explosive, look at the amount of space that Zion has. This is different for him. We're not accustomed to calling games where Zion has this amount of space to operate.
Usually,
right.
Not one side of the floor cleared out as Zion gets the first of 2. So Keldon Johnson's got to sit down. Even though he started last game, he only played about 15 minutes of the contest. He is a development project, to say the least, for the San Antonio Spurs. Zion doesn't get the roll. Don't worry about free throws in the second half. You know me. Now, Zion on the spin. He got there. And he'll get the roll. Guy.
Well, when you draft the 29th overall, that also means you're very successful.
Right, and they have been. Zion got there, and he's going to the line. Look at the three-point play.
And see, what Zion's doing is when he's going with the intention to score. Because you can see Steven Adams ducking in. Watch Steven duck in right here for offensive rebounding position. He's not going to pass that ball to Steven. He's going to score the basketball, and if that ball comes off, understanding that Steven is carving out offensive rebounding.
So it's going to be 17 free throw attempts after this one. Got to make them. And Zion will. Pels are now 8 capitalized. Bledsoe on the run. Pirtle hustling back. Now the pro, Zion up against Derek White.
See how they're leading him to go baseline?
He's going to the line and he's fouled.
Now,
from behind.
if you see, this is what I mean, because we used to do the same thing in San Antonio. Jump on Zion's high side and not let him go middle, and know that the baseline is coming from that way.
Right.
See, that's a classic San Antonio Spurs defense right there. Right, and that's the thing. The defense was just late getting there.
What was it like playing for Pop? You
Loved
won a
him.
ring with him.
Yeah, loved him. Loved him. But remember, the Greg Popovich that I played for is not the Greg Popovich that we're looking at today.
Yeah, he's
from being fired at one point in Houston.
way out to Derek White. 3-point lead, but a 5-second difference, game clock and shot clock. Zion wants to go early. Kyra. And take it away, but it goes right to Jackson. Now Zion. And he's going to the free throw line on the foul by Eubanks.
If you're Zion, you have to be extremely cognizant of where they are coming from. You know, when I interviewed him a little while back, T-Spoon told him, slow down. Look, take your time. You have time. You have to understand where they're helping from. The San Antonio advance.
Boy, Eubanks got the worst of that and the foul. And Zion comes through. Makes it a 2-point deficit. 12.9 to play in the third. So the Pels trail by 9 at the half on the plus side in the third quarter. Zion got both.
After timeout plays in Greg Popovich.
Now Pirtle up against Zion on the flip. Stays with the play. He's back at it. Gets it. Zion wouldn't quit. He's up to 23.
Worried about winning the game.
2-point lead after the miss by Johnson. Zion, Pirtle stays over on that side of the floor.
And that's where the help is going to come from.
It's
right
Pirtle.
there.
And
nice.
Zion goes to the free throw line, now looking for the lead.
And again, you love Jackson Hayes' activity. You love his activity because what he does, he doesn't allow Pirtle to get set and prepare. Jackson Hayes constantly moving without the basketball is what as far as the three-point opportunity is concerned. What's not shown is Jackson Hayes' movement without the basketball, and if movement occupied Pirtle so he could not rotate and forced him to rotate late. Good strong finish at the...
Pirtle had to tag and get over to the other side. Otherwise, he was in the lane too long and he wasn't guarding anybody. So as you brought it up, Jackson's activity. He had occupied Pirtle just long enough. And Zion trying to give the Pels their first lead of the second half.
Make plays when DeMar DeRozan takes 2 with him.
Keldon Johnson up to 14 points with a make on 5 of 10 from the field. Lonzo Ball with Zion on an island. And Zion finger rolls it home. So the double.
You can see
back out. Good job by Steven Adams not fouling. Now an opportunity to tie or take the lead. Going to his strong side. Bully ball coming up short. Back at it. He's got it. Zion up to 29, and it's all even at 94. He is now up to 19.
And I like this right here. You put your 2 best players in some sort of screening action. I like this as well, because now they don't know where to double from.
And a layup.
There's nowhere to double from. So when you put Zion in the middle of the floor and you isolate him.
Ingram with Zion. Najee. 10 on the shot clock, and Zion keeps it. It'll be Najee Marshall, loose stuff, Zion. But he's got to go back, he will. And on the reverse, gets the roll, 1-point game. Alert play. Brandon Ingram, final shot of the game. With 0.4 of a second to go, Spurs get it in, and that'll do it. It is
19 times, and you just talked about missing 15 free throws against a team that this is a game that you had to have at home, and the mental concentration as far as closing out possessions, grabbing defensive rebounds, putting